Just a few hours ago, it finally happened. We got Vi buffs, and they're not small actually. They might look very small, but I'm going to explain to you why they're a little bit bigger, what it means, what you're going to do about them, how to exploit them the best you can with the builds, what I'm building currently, and the two different alternatives, because you got Bruiser Vi and you got Assassin Vi, and they both got a buff. I'm Viking. If you haven't seen me before, I've been ranked 1 Vi last 3 seasons. I'm gonna get it again this season. I'll at least try. So let's show you what's up. When it comes to runes, there are a couple of things to consider. First, we're going to talk about Bruiser Vi. Bruiser Vi, you're going to be running Conquer. Conquer with Triumph, Alacrity, and then you can go Cut Down. Cut Down, Coup de Grace, or Last Stand, they all work really well. If you plan on going Overlord's 3rd, I would recommend Last Stand. But many times, I think Cut Down is the best choice. It makes the most sense because you do a lot of damage up front. And then once you out of your team kind of follows up. So it just makes sense. Secondary, you can do a couple of different things. But right now, what just happened is that Cashback got nerfed. Triple Tonic got nerfed. So in my opinion, we are back on Free Boots and Cosmic Insights. That's the best one in my opinion. You can also go Shield Bash. You can also go Sudden Impact and Ultimate Hunter. That is fine. You got attack speed, flat HP, and then flat AD. For Assassin, you're going Herbal Glaive, Sudden Impact, Grizzly Momentous, Ultimate Hunter, Triumph, Alacrity, or Alacrity, Cut Down, or Coup de Grace in my opinion. That is the best one. So we're going to go Triumph and Alacrity for now. Same small shards. Show you the build. So here we are for boots. I'm not going to explain this too much. I got that in my item guide that I released just a couple of weeks ago. But you got Plated, you got Mercury's, you got Ionians, and you got Swiftness. You're going to stick to those. I'm just going to put Ionian boots for now. Those are very, very good. First, we're going to show you the Bruiser build. And what happened with the current patch. I try to type Bruiser. It helps if you type an actual item. So we're going to type Triforce. I'm going to get a Triforce because Triforce is an amazing item. It was already the highest win rate Vi item. I've been recommending this for about 3 or 4 months, I believe. At least, maybe 6. And why it got even better is because the buff the Vi received was HP growth per level, and it was AD growth per level. And one of Vi's biggest weaknesses lately is she's been just outstatted. That is what they're trying to compensate for, to give her more stats, give her more fighting power in the 1v1, in just fight in general. So what is so good about this is that Triforce actually scales with your base AD, and this is what we got a buff in, because for every level this base AD grows. Now it's 94, so that means the Triforce proc does 187. So for every level you're gonna get extra AD procs, which is extra AD into every single one of those purchases, which is amazing. Another thing is that Sterax, which is also a really good Vi item that used to be one of the best Vi items until they shifted it to be base AD stats. And because Vi's base stats is so low, this item has actually been like kind of weak for Vi and been more the item for Aatrox, Gnar, champions with more base AD, which has been really sad because it synergizes so well. You go in, you do a bunch of damage, you get a big shield when you're diving in there a little bit earlier than the rest of your team follows up. But I don't want to do it secondary because, as you can see, it's already given me just 42 AD. So that's why I like to wait with this item until I get to the 3rd one. And then we can go Sun and Sky, Black Cleaver, secondary. This is what I recommend every single time. You go either one of those. If they build armor, you go Black Cleaver. If they don't, you go Sun and Sky. And then you're going to have some amazing firepower, which you're going to be able to see here. Right now, I don't have Conqueror, so you will even do more damage than this. But this is 60 and 49. So you're going to be seeing, if we got Black Cleaver, one thing when you do this damage testing is to put resistances and HP up. If not, it's going to be giving you wacky numbers. So let's do it again and show you the difference between Black Cleaver and not. So 1661. So this is Black Cleaver is doing slightly more damage, right? on a champion with only 70 AD. And as you can see, I got 70 AD as a baseline. Sun and Sky also got other benefits in that the healing, it's a little bit more, it gives you that extra little bit of punch. If you have a little bit shorter fight, for example, just a Q auto E or just a simple E, you will have some extra burst and you can procure multiple targets. So that's going to be very good. But as you can see in the 1v1 or with just the base armor, imagine me having plated steel caps on top of this, already you're going to be 96 and you will do way more damage with Black Cleaver. That's why I think Black Cleaver in most cases is just better. You also shred the armor for the rest of your team, so your whole team does more damage, which is amazing. And then we're looking at Sterak's, Death Dance, or Sun and Sky as follow-up. You can also go Overlords. Now I'm thinking third items, I'm just buying them, but I'm just showing you Overlords is amazing because you're getting so much AD. 240 without the passive, the extra passive, which is going to give you more AD, about up to 30 more. And then we got Death Dance, which is just an amazing item, especially when you're snowballing and you're doing a lot by yourself, because this allows you to go in. It's an aggressive item, get a kill most of the time because you're fed, because you have so much damage, and then you get a reset and it just makes you unkillable. We all fought like a Riven with Death Dance and they just don't die. It's extremely frustrating. And now we got the Sterak's. So if I put more levels up, now it's gonna mess up with the damage. But if you put more levels in now, as you can see, it goes to 44. Now it goes to 46, 47. Now it's gonna go to 49. So as we level up, let's put one more. Now we got 51 AD in level 16. And now suddenly this Sterak's item is amazing. That's why I recommend you get this third. I think that's way better. And then you just follow it with whatever item you need, whether it's Sun and Sky, Death Dance. You probably want some resist at this point, so I recommend Death Dance or Overlords because you've got so much HP, you can have some incredible damage. Or you can go stuff like Maw, Spirit's Visage, or even the Randuins if they have a bunch of crit, because crit is very popular right now. So that is the Bruiser build. There are some rare cases when you go and everything else, but that's just going to confuse you and it's not worth it. It doesn't matter. Or a crit build or Assassin Vi. Now crit got buffed and now we got even more buffed, but because we got a Sheen buff indirectly through the added bonus AD, the base AD, which is amazing. So as you can see, there is a bit of a weird thing going on here, because if you go stuff like Umbral Glaive and Opportunity, which is amazing items, they got a lot of utility, they're super reliable, they're cheap, so you can get those power spikes early. Yeah, I'm going to show you something, because this is kind of weird. When I do a combo on this guy, boom, it will do 2,453. And if I go, for example, crit, this is just 2 utility, or this one is mostly pure damage, but this one is a utility lethality item. Now I'm going to show you crit, which is more expensive items. We're going to go collector here. I'm going to show you. Get our ultimate back. Boom, damage. Do the same combo. Now we do 2, 5, 5. So we do 100 more damage with this crit build. I don't know if I was lucky there or not, but it's pretty much the same damage with way more gold. So I can almost buy 2 longswords, but the other one will have the same gold. But where it changes is when you get that Infinity Edge, because now I'm going to show you the lethality build. So let's say we go this, and we go, for example, Ghostblade. And we'll see this amazing utility in this build. Boom, 3,296. Bam. Incredible damage. But now we're going to go Infinity Edge. We're going to still have the Essence River. Where's Collect? There we go. Get our ultimate back. And then we'll do the combo. Suddenly we do 3,876. You see this with Infinity Edge. So when you hit that third item power spike, everything changes. what I have been doing on the current patch is to go Umbral Glaive, into Collector, because you have that utility in the early game, have that lethality in the early game, and then transition over to crit. But what I recommend now, because not that many times are you going to go above 3 item power spikes. So what I think you should do now is either go Umbral Glaive into Essence River, which is buffed, into just straight up Infinity Edge, and then think about getting a Lord Dominic's or Collector 4th item. Or I think we should just go with the crit Essence River first, because Essence River is actually a pretty good first item now. Yes, it scales with crit, which the Sheen proc is gonna get more damage with the crit. But it gives you so much haste, which is amazing in the early game, because it reduces your ultimate cooldown by so much. And we really need that in the early game because it's so long. The build path is kind of wacky. You want to buy the long swords and then into the Sheen or the crit, and then complete the Coalfield Hammer before you complete the item. So the build path is not ideal as the first item, but it works. Usually you just get the double longsword when you're back anyways. And then you can pick up the crit or the Sheen, and then you get going, and then you're pretty close to completing it. But yeah, as you can see, when you first complete that Infinity Edge, that's really when you spike. We can try to exchange it for LDR. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna do these. Boom. Remember, this is on 70 armor, and now it's doing 4,995. You see, the Lord Dominic's is a crazy item. It is so good. I don't know why it's so good. I mean, it's not been as good last season, but as you can see, it's very early into the game. It's 70 armor, so if they have any sort of extra armor, as you can see, I got 100 armor, level 16, but I've bought 0 armor. And this is the case for many champions, except for some few mages. The 80 carries will be a little bit lower. I got more, but they're going to be around 70. So this just shows you how powerful that LDR is. So what also could be amazing on this patch is to just go Essence River into Infinity Edge, because now we got the haste. The problem before with going crit build is you went something like Collector, because you're not going to go Lord Dominic's first. You can go Collector, but then you don't have any haste, you don't have any sort of utility whatsoever. But right now, you got the haste from this item, and then you can go Ionia if you want to, and then you'll have some incredible crit. 2,837. Let's swap out that for a Collector, for example. Boom, 2,050. Less. Yes, it is more expensive, but I think it's worth it, because then you're more flexible on your next item. So I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna go Essence River straight into Infinity Edge, and then I'm more flexible on my 3rd item, because then I can go Lord Dominic's, I can go Shield Bow, I can go something else if they're building armor, or I can still go the Collector if I really want to. Or you can just transition into a Death Dance. If you're playing against the Zed and he just keeps killing you and bursting you, you can get that one instead, and you're just going to be so tanky. You go in there, you crit him down, you got the Infinity Edge instead, and you're going to be an absolute menace. So that is what I'm recommending. I hope you're going to have a lot of fun with this new build. Bruiser buffed, Assassin also buffed, but the Bruiser got the better buff, because Trinity Force scales even better on the base AD, and Sterax does the same. So I hope you're going to enjoy this. Hopefully Vi will feel a lot better. I'll release a game with Bruiser commentary, and then I'll release a game with Assassin commentary on this channel. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. And yeah, have fun. Go kick some ass.